So whenever we discuss the word statistics, what it signifies? It signifies nothing but it's a mathematical operation to organize, summarize, and interpreting a set of data which come from any operation like research operation or routine operation, interpreting a data to establish its significance. Now, we perform so many practical, but every time our experimental results may not come close to the true results or true value. That's why we define accuracy and precision. Okay. So now the statistics, what is the main aims and objective of the statistics? To establish a significance of experimental data or the research data, we have to understand the two division of statistics. Number one, I'm checking them. I'm also running out of time because the time is too. So number one, it is descriptive statistics. Descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Now, as the word says, description, okay, whenever I have only one independent group, suppose I have to manufacture a tablet whose true value of tablet is 140 mg. Okay, suppose I want to manufacture a tablet of 140 mg, but I have got the data that is 100 mg first tablet. Now these 5 tablets I have taken from a population 120, then 140, I got one, then 145 and 150. These 5 tablets, these are my samples, okay, and samples from a large number of, you can say, population. Yes, the population from where I am taking this sample, that I have to arrange for further interpretation or further operations. Okay. Now the sample I have taken, it is one independent variables, right? This is your descriptive statistics, how you are proper to identify this, whether it is close, or whether it is descriptive values are proper or not. Okay. But what is inferential statistics? One inferential statistics can be that I have 100, 120, 140, 145, 150. The first is how close your tablet with true value. You see, I try to conclude an interpretation that within the group my result is how much variable, okay, how much it is accurate. Now this is called how close your tablet with the true value. We usually express with percent confidence. I will explain it. But now if I have also a second group, okay, whose maybe the true value is something around 400, I have 350, then 300, then 400. I am not ordering over here like, low to high. It is random. Randomly I have taken 450 and the 500. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, if I want to compare these two groups, I require inferential statistics. So, inferential statistics also compare your result within the group and compare with your results with the some other groups, okay, with the maybe test and the standard, whatever you can say. It is known as group 1, this is known as group 2. But what descriptive statistics do? Descriptive statistics is mainly gives you understanding of three things. One is your central tendency. That is your mean, mode, median. So if I want to go for mean, so I have calculated the mean is summation of xi upon n, which is nothing but your 655 upon 5, that is 131. Okay, this is your mean, and the median value. The mode is something which is most occurring value. The most occurring value we cannot say अगर यहाँ पे मतलब if it is more 140 then there are two 140 value, so mode is 2. Okay, mode is 140. Okay, because the 140 value is repeating, so most number of repeating value are known as mode. That's why some distribution are bimodal, and some distributions are unimodal. Okay, now coming to inferential statistics. So you know mean, mode, median. Now there are another two descriptive parameters that we're not discussing over here. Number one, your frequency of distribution, and number two, your variability. Of course, yeah, variability we have to discuss. How can discuss the variability? Variability, we have descriptive statistics, standard deviation, which is nothing but your root over the x, which is the value, whatever we get the x value, their difference from the average, mean. You have to take the square. If it is minus 11, so 11 square. Okay, n minus 1 divided by n minus 1. N is number of observation or number of sample. Okay, so this is standard of deviation, and if you square the standard of deviation, you get variance. So now this is your understanding. Okay, let me summarize your inferential statistics over here. Now inferential statistics, when you are talking about inferential statistics, always remember we want to establish one hypothesis. We have to establish the hypothesis, whether the hypothesis is it can be within the group, or it can be by comparing two different groups. Okay, so if it is within the group, what will be my first inferential statistics parameter? That is z-score value. Now how to calculate z-score? See, if my true value is 140, okay, so then my formula of z-score is z is equal to the true value. I have taken x, okay, x minus x bar, that is my mean, upon standard deviation, that is my z value. So from here, from this group, I have calculated x is nothing but 140 minus mean is around 131, and standard deviation I have calculated 20.73. That it's coming to the value of 0.4341. Now, after knowing z-score, what is my percentage confidence? Percent confidence, how to calculate? So, I am wiping out this particular part. So percent confidence, I can calculate, like if it is my value is 0.6744, my percent confidence is 50%. These values are well given, okay. And my Z value, if it is 1.959, then my confidence level is 95%, which is known as significant. That's how I have told you that we have to establish significance. And if it is 3.29, it is 3.299, 99%. Okay. Sometimes the percentage confidence 95% also explained as less than 0.05 probability. Okay. If P is less than 0.05 or 0.05, we can consider the confidence level is 95%. Now, if it is 0.43 over here, so 0.43 is below 50%. So it is quite obvious. But if you see this many tablets and my true value is 140, so except one, nobody is coming close. So my tablet batch is not significantly showing that the true value. So my confidence